All right, KJ, welcome back. Welcome back to our
Hello.
live stream.
Yay. So glad to be here with you.
I know it's been like a month. I looked, the last show we did was like October 4th or something. That's too
Yeah.
long.
I text Tom last week and I was like, listen, even if we only do it once a month, we got to keep this thing going, man.
Exactly. Well, we've had some people cancel. We've had some things come up. So it's not all our
Yes.
fault, but it kind of is. So we'll just take some of the responsibility and like every
We've
mature
been
adult.
slacking. We'll own
Yeah,
it.
we've been slacking. We've been sleeping in. So KJ, what's new with you? What's been going on with you? You're doing some new in-home stuff, right? Some
we
paranormal crossroads packages coming up. What's this all about?
Yeah, so we launched Spirit Sessions, which is it's actually such a fun time to be launching it because we're booking holiday parties. Like you actually get in the spirit of the holidays with spirits.
Okay, so back up a second. Explain
Yes,
what you do when you go to somebody's house and how, because spirits could be taken a different way too. It could be talking about
yes.
booze, which
It's so it works both ways. Like if you want to drink some wine while we get our equipment out, I
Mhm.
my paranormal partner, Kitsy Duncan, and I will come to your house for a couple of hours. You invite some friends over, you get your spirits out and enjoy some wine or whatever, whiskey or whatever is your drink of choice, and we get our equipment out and we see who else showed up to the party.
And talk about the other people that show up and what happens at these things normally.
Yes. So with the equipment that we have, it's a little different from, if you talk to a spirit medium, they're going to tell you what your family members are saying or what people are coming through. With our equipment, we could actually get their voices to come through. And I mean, it's life changing when you're like, oh my gosh, I know whose voice that is. Like
That is
you can,
crazy. Well,
um,
if you haven't seen the show yet, you need to see Paranormal Crossroads. It's on YouTube. You can get the full season there, right? And
yes.
kind of get the background information. I've seen this stuff. It's unbelievable. What do they call that box that you guys carry around in, the little boom box thing, or
Yeah, was it our you did have a name for it.
yeah, it's like a little.
But
I
it
don't know.
does, it looks like a little, it's a I mean, honestly, like, the guts of it is just a little guitar amplifier that has been modified with, some crystals and like, actual, like, pedals and things so that we can hear voices a little bit better.
Yeah,
But yeah, and, if you watch the show, we're going into people's homes, so we're not going into, like, scary haunted places and be like, let's
right.
see if we can get the demons riled up tonight. We're actually going into people's homes who are afraid. And that was kind of where this came from, is people were watching the show, seeing us sit on somebody else's couch
Mm-hmm.
and just have these conversations with people who were in their homes that they didn't
Right.
can't see.
Right.
And so people started saying, hey, could you come to my house? And then like I said, now it's
There
turned
you
into
go.
like we're the new holiday party. Like you can bring us to your workplace if you want to.
That is awesome. So paranormalcrossroads.com is a place to find out more about this, I
Yep.
assume.
Yep. Paranormalcrossroad.com. No S.
Sorry, it's like
Crossroad.
we had this discussion the other day about Kroger or Kroger's. I think everybody puts
No.
S's on things just by nature because we're from Indiana. But
Yes.
yeah, so
Yes. I
Paranormal
know.
Crossroad.
Yes. Paranormalcrossroad.com.
Okay. Well, we have some things going on too. So I have to do a real quick plug here. Our holiday gift guide closes out this Friday. This is a way to promote your gift cards, tumblers. You got a boutique, you're selling clothes, whatever. This Friday is the last day to get into that, and to view that, just go to townpost.com/store to see how you can be in that. And then the next thing I have, and I'm going to do this on the fly here, is our giving guide. This is presented by donate.com. Our giving guide is a great way for nonprofits to get out there and talk about what they're doing during the year, but also hustle people locally for donations for the end of the year. So if you go to townpost.com/giving-guide, if you have a nonprofit, a church, this is a great opportunity for you guys to get a little publicity for the end of the year. Giving Tuesday promotion, lots of things happening with that. So that's my plug for the day. The commercial is out of the way. We do have, Darla, QB Darla, who normally joins us, and QB
Yes.
Darla is a little pistol, as we call her. She has a fundraiser coming up, and I promised I would promote this. This is coming up in a couple days over at the Parks Place Pub. It's called Giddy Up for Vets. It's a veteran's best friend, and it's going to be on November 11th. So it's going to be on Thursday night from 8 to 11. It's going to be her. So you got QB Darla and Cowboy J. I have no idea who Cowboy J is.
I was just going to ask.
I think you and I need some like code names for ourselves, like
yes,
KJ,
yes,
KJ Pudding and Tom.
I don't want to be pudding.
No.
No.
We'll come up with some cool names for everybody. But
yes.
That's going to be on Thursday night. So Parks Place Pub just got voted by Fox 69 viewers as the best local sports pub. So congratulations to those guys.
Wow.
On putting a nice little landmark right here in downtown Fishers. So literally,
is that the place that when we started the show, you were talking about how it was going to be opening, and now it's like it's a thing. So it's got a lot of history. That name has a lot of history.
It does. Yeah, that was actually the first bar that was open in Fishers in the 1800s. It's called Parks Place Pub. And so there's kind of a throwback to that old name, but also they're trying to do it, with TVs and stuff, obviously modernize it a bit.
What we should do, Tom?
What's that?
We should bring our paranormal crossroad equipment and see what like the old spirits of the original pub think about the new place opening up.
Remember we had Robert Bowling on. He wrote the book about Wicked Fishers, and he talked about the 2-day bar brawl that happened right there at that bar, and another one across the railroad tracks from it. So a lot of history in downtown Fishers. So interesting things. And one more thing before we get to our first guest day, we do have a couple guests waiting in the green room. We've got Towne Kwitowski from Ale Emporium Fishers is going to join us and talk about the revamp and the remodel project and when they're going to reopen. And we also got Rodney Kuhl, who's with SprayNet. Rodney's got a cool company, pun intended with his last name, by the way. Rodney has a cool company that does painting, but it's a very different method of painting. And he debuted this month in our magazine. So we're going to talk to him in just a second. But before we get to that, Fisher's Nickel Plate Trail. Remember us talking about that 116th Street being closed down for, it seemed like forever, right? It was like 2 months or something. But they built a tunnel under it. So today, Josh and myself got to go down and actually do what they call a Dusty Boots tour to kind of see this before it's open. So here are some pictures from today. This was just this morning, about an hour ago. This is the tunnel that goes under 116th. And there's Mayor Fadness and this guy named Steve in the middle. He works with Meyer Najum. He's kind of like the project manager. And then Jason Taylor, who's the guy on the right with the black hard hat. He is the engineer with the city of Fishers, kind of spearheading this whole project. That tunnel is 20 feet wide, and it's really tall, and you can kind of see it's very well lit inside.
Yeah.
Very impressive. And then here's a picture. This is an amphitheater that they're putting. It's right outside the tunnel. So it's on the south side of 116th Street. It's a little amphitheater, and they're going to have like musicians come down there and play. They can have, performers come down there, whatever, right off the trail. And that behind it is the first internet bank building that's being finished up. And there was actually another tour of that, which I couldn't take, but that building is going to be done by November or December. Or they said November, December of this year, they'll start moving into that bank building. And then this is a picture of the north side. So this is the way up there in the background, like right in the middle of the photo, where this kind of perspective point is in the middle. That is North Street, and this is a CRG building on the right. So those are apartments on the right, and on the left-hand side is the back side of like Luvino's and all the places there on Municipal Drive. So very excited to see this happening. This is going to open in April to the masses can come down and start walking underneath there. But in the meantime, still a lot of work to do, but it was kind of cool to see this trail project, coming to life finally after seeing all these renderings for years.
How come we didn't get any pictures of you in a hard hat?
I didn't take any photos of myself in a hard hat. I'm just not that vain, I wanted a Meyer Najum hard hat. They gave me one of those generic white ones. I want like a black one that has like it's all tricked out. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
That guy's hard
hat. Come on, Meyer Najum.
I
This
know.
guy deserves your hard hat.
I know. Well, let's
Next time we do our show, I want you in a Meyer Native hard hat.
I gotta get. They're right next door to us. You would think they'd
I
just bring me
know.
one down after just asking for one. Sweet Lord. Well, anyway, so that was happening today. So a lot of things happening downtown Fishers. They're starting to put the Christmas lights up downtown. There was a guy outside our door this morning on a ladder, and I said, you taking the flags down because they have those little banners all over the town. He said, no, I'm actually putting the lights up. I was like, oh, geez. He's like, yeah, tell me about it. But we're expecting snow on Sundays, so they want to kind of get this done earlier than later.
Yeah,
so I get that. But I have to bring on our first guest. This guy has been waiting in the lanes. Here's a picture of him so you guys can see what he looks like professionally. And now we're going to get a look at Rodney Kuhl with SprayNet. Rodney, thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah. Tom, pleasure. Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
You've got a new business. Yeah, doing great. You've got a new business. Here's a picture of the spread. If you got the magazine over the weekend, like most people, this is called SprayNet. It looks like a painting company. Is that what it is, Rodney? I mean, exactly what is SprayNet?
Yeah, we're an exterior and kitchen cabinet painting company. We're very, very specialized, but we do things quite a bit differently. We are more of an alternative to replacing cabinets or exterior surfaces rather than just come in and slap a coat of paint on. We manufacture all of our paint in-house. So we have an in-house chemist that manufactures them, and all of our coatings are made specifically for each surface that they're applied to. Mm-hmm. And then we basically bring the factory right to your house. We reverse engineered it so that we bring the factory to your house and we can finish jobs in as little as one day. And the end result is a factory finish like you have a brand new kitchen or brand new siding on the exterior of your house.
So you're not going to Sherwin-Williams and picking up 5-gallon buckets of paint, right? You're doing your own thing, right?
Correct. Yeah, we have our own coating specifically for each surface. Like our kitchen cabinet coating passes all Kitchen Cabinet Manufacturer Association standards. So it's very resistant to heat buildup, very scratch resistant, very washable. It's built to last. We offer a 15-year warranty against peeling because we can confidently back our product and our service through the years of optimizing our paints as well as our process.
Here's a photo, KJ. This is a before and after.
Wow.
Obviously, the before on the left, which happens to be, looks like the cabinets in my house, actually.
Time for an update, Tom.
Well, we've got a new kitchen in the works right now. But what I thought was really interesting, Rodney, is you actually put in your ad. So I'm going to pull this back up again. I can't zoom in, but you actually kind of put the pricing to get this done in your ad, which I've never seen a painter or any kind of company that resurfaces things like that do that before. Is that kind of new for the industry? Is that something that you guys are kind of pioneering, is giving upfront pricing on things?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to be different and substantiate ourselves differently from other painters, because what we do is a different process and it is a different service. Essentially, we're bringing a brand new kitchen to you, and that is a little bit of a premium service than coming in and slapping a coat of paint on. Ultimately, our goal is that we come in and do the job right once, and you don't have to call us ever again because you have a brand new kitchen and it's like it came directly from the factory. So with that, we just, we want to be upfront with people of what our pricing is, right? We're a little bit more expensive than what a painter is, but we're a lot more cost effective than replacing cabinets. So if you have cabinets that are in really good condition and you just want a new color, that's where we come in. It's a sustainable solution. It's good for the environment because you're not throwing out cabinets that are in good shape, and you just want something new. That's where we fit in. So we offer that service.
A project like we saw there to update cabinets like that, how long does that take?
So each project is a little bit different. We have a standardized proprietary software that we use that standardizes pricing everywhere. It factors in basically amount of time that projects are going to take. So this project, for example, the number of cabinet doors and the number of drawers is a big part because we take them all off, we sand them, clean them, basically make them like they're brand new before we paint them. And then the wood grain on that one is a little bit of added time because if you want to get rid of that rough edge and make it smooth, we apply a grain filler there to help smoothen them out a little bit. So a lot of projects we can finish in as little as a day, day and a half. And then as you get to bigger kitchens, it can go up to 2 or 3 days, but we're in and out pretty fast. Generally,
That's
between
still,
the day.
even if it's 2 or 3 days, that's quite a turnaround time to have a brand new kitchen.
Yeah, that's where, and our paint's dry to the touch in 15 to 30 minutes. So when we leave, you can use your kitchen the day that we leave. So we're in and out of your hair pretty quickly. We don't interrupt your life a whole lot. A lot of places can take a week or more. We're in and out in 1 to 3 days, and then you can start using your kitchen again and move on with your life.
Wow, what a nice thing.
Yes.
We're getting our kitchen. We've already had it designed. We've got everything in the process. We're actually meeting on Thursday with the contractor to get the down payment down and start moving forward. We're going to be inconvenienced for about 2 months. So I kind of wish I'd heard us. You should have started advertising, Rodney, about 3 months ago, because I probably could have saved myself about 20 grand on cabinets.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your timing may be a little bit off. But yeah, we probably could have saved you a lot of money, but it is what it is,
Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the world either. So sometimes my slowness catches up to me and costs me more money. But anyway, this is called SprayNet, spray-net. This is Rodney's cell phone number. I just put on the screen, the 671 number. Feel free to text him anytime, day or night. Rodney will take your calls and talk about your kitchen cabinets or painting your house, anything you want. Right, Rodney? Just text you away.
That number won't receive a text, but you can call that number and get a consultation set up, and we'd be happy to come out and give you a consultation and give you a quote.
Okay, that's SprayNet, everybody. Rodney, best of luck to you. It's a new company. If you guys are looking at getting your house repainted, getting your cabinets redone, you want to maybe you've been like me 6 months ago. You're going to replace all your cabinets because they're old and dated. Maybe you guys need to have Rodney in just to save the day and save some money. So give Rodney Kuhl a call. Rodney, thanks for joining us, my man. Best of luck with SprayNet.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to dump him out now. So it's just me and you, KJ. I wished I'd known this guy about 6 months ago, because we went down this, kind of pigeonhole ourselves down this kitchen remodel. We've got all new cabinets already ordered. And then I hear about Rodney's deal, and he can come in and resurface them, because that really is the hardest part about cabinets is you can't just paint cabinets, right? They're already coated. There's certain things in place, and I was scared to death of having somebody paint them. But I think this sounds a little like it's a little more reputable. Like this actually might work versus just some guy with a paintbrush with a do-rag over his head trying to paint my cabinets.
Well, and once it starts, like if it doesn't turn out the way you want, well, that's it. I mean, you're getting new cabinets anyway, because there's nothing else you can do. So, I like this. I was, oh gosh, probably maybe 10 years ago now, back when we were more ambitious, my husband actually took all of our cabinets off and like took all the tussa and did that whole like sanding down, and he stained them because he's good with woodworking stuff. But he got into it. He was like, we can just do these ourselves. We don't need to get new cabinets. I can do this. And oh my God, the months the months of being inconvenienced in our kitchen. I'm like, man, these guys are in and out in a couple of days. I'll have them do my cabinets next week.
I gave up on those kinds of projects a long time ago. I'm not as handy as I like to think I am. I found that out the hard way.
Now we are at the point where it's like, pay somebody else to do it. Those years of do it yourself are over.
Well, here's Rodney's information one more time: spray-net.com. New company. He's looking for some business. I think one of our publishers in Carmel had him come over last week, and he's going to do his cabinets for him in his kitchen. He's got a dated kitchen as well. So,
that's the other thing right now is that supply is such a mess that if you could get your cabinets done right now just by getting them redone with Rodney, the headache alone of trying to order cabinets right now is worth using this alternative.
Well, it's a great program. It kind of reminds me of those. You ever heard those rhino lining or those rhino things?
Yes.
So that's like, they're putting like, I don't know, thick stuff over your house. This sounds like a cross between that and paint. in some ways, because it kind of sounds like it's in the middle, but this is a little more scientific, and it's not just going down to Sherwin-Williams and putting stuff on your house. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a little more science behind it. So we're waiting on Tony Kwitowski. Tony is over at Ale Emporium. He set his phone down. He's now back with us. We're going to get Tony back in. Here we go. He's wandering around. He's probably cleaning a bathroom or something over there at Ale Emporium. Who knows what he's doing? But
To be lunchtime. This is a busy time for Tony.
let's get. Well, but it's not busy because there's nobody there yet. Let me go back to this 3-person lineup because you got the vertical can. Tony, how are you, man?
Good. How are you guys?
Good to see
Wonderful.
you again.
Hey, you really shook our world back in August when you told us you're going to be closing for renovations, and I thought you were just going to like paint the place. But now I'm starting to see these photos you're posting on Facebook and things. So, for a brief recap, explain to our viewers what you guys have been doing over the last, it seems like 10 months, but it's only been like 3. What have you guys been doing since August over at Ale Emporium Fishers?
Yeah, so it's our 3-month anniversary, oddly enough, from closing on August 9th. Today is November 9th. So yeah, good timing with the anniversary of 3 months. But yeah, so yeah, we've been hard at work over here. Really excited to be to see all our great guests. But yeah, just to kind of recap what we've done is we had the opportunity to take over the Classic Cleaners space that was right to the east of us. I'm actually inside that carryout room that you're showing right now. We have a new separate carryout room, which was one of the things that we have expanded. So not only did we expand and gain more space, we obviously did a complete overhaul remodel of the whole location, which, we gained about 2,500 square feet, which we use some for kitchen, and we also use some to expand our family dining room. So the mural behind me is what you'll see when you come in the new carryout. It says, "Welcome to Fishers." And if you see the logos of the HSC high school, and then you see the logo of the Tigers for Fishers High School.
Yeah.
So it's just one of the many things you'll see with a lot of fine detail. So we did a complete remodel. We expanded the bar area. We moved the bathrooms completely and completely remodeled them. That's a shot of part of the kitchen. That's a shot of looking at the kitchen towards the front door area. So
Wow.
You'll see that there's a lot of
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're digging like a hole to China over here. What the heck is that? You putting in a new sewer line or what is that?
Well, we were trying to hit oil. We didn't hit oil. So we're just going to put in some plumbing then, since we didn't hit oil. But we had to move. We had to redo all the plumbing in the whole place, all the electrical. I mean, yeah, there's just a lot going on.
So it wasn't just like, you're putting in new paint and putting up new wallpaper. It's like you went down to like concrete, like you're carrying out concrete at this point.
Yeah. We had to make a lot of there's even some structural changes that we found. Once you start to peel back the onion, when you start a project like this, all of a sudden you find out, well, the plumbing's not good enough. We had to add way more electric. So we had to cut like a big hole like that all the way back in back, like behind the building, to attach to the big power grid out there. Was unexpected. So yeah, just a lot of things that a lot of people won't realize that we've done, because a lot of it is just, plumbing and electrical. But I think when people walk in, they'll see all the fine details of a lot of great finishes we did.
So you posted those photos, the construction photos. I'm assuming those are probably 2-3 months old. You've been now posting some photos of what it looks like now, because you expect to open here fairly soon, right? These are the new booths you just installed, I think, a week ago or so.
Yeah. So that's the booths on the family side, the 4-top booths. That's on the west side of the family dining room area, all refinished. I think what people will find really cool is we have all new tin ceiling, that nice bronze. That's actually above the stage area,
Nice.
But you'll find that with brand new, really nice LEDs in the hallway to the bathrooms. The carryout area will have that same ceiling, and then that's the new ceiling that's above the stage area.
You guys put in new urinals or anything, or
Oh,
the
our
same old urinals?
Yeah, I was joking with a friend the other day. I said, you won't wait. You'll love going to the bathroom here.
See, I thought it was a good question too. Thank you,
That's
Towne,
the new
for endorsing
tagline of
that.
Ale Emporium. You'll love going to the bathroom.
you will enjoy yourself. If you have to use a restroom, the experience will be a lot better.
See, I thought it was a great question, KJ. No,
You
interrupt my line of
you
questioning.
asked the important questions.
Exactly. All the important things. So people understand. You also expanded your kitchen because one of the things you always had was an issue was your kitchen was too small. And I always ask you, why don't you do more carry out, or why don't you deliver pizzas and stuff? And you always told me I didn't have enough room. I can't make any more pizzas. Have you solved that problem now? I mean, are you gonna be able to have more capacity in your kitchen?
Oh, our kitchen is probably, and not even exaggerating, probably 4 times the size. It's going to make us a lot more efficient. Our employees will love not having to turn sideways to walk by each other just to get food out the door. So the kitchen is absolutely gorgeous, and we'll share some of those photos on Facebook, on social media soon, maybe later this week. But yeah, the kitchen is a spot that our employees are going to love to be a part of and work in for sure.
Your people, your staff has been like working in Castleton and picking up hours at the other Ale Emporium, maybe on the south side. Are you getting most of those folks back? Are they pretty excited, or?
They're dying to come back. I mean, obviously, we're lucky to have the ability for them to work at the other 2 locations that they chose the last 3 months. Some of them took some time off. Some of them it's their second and third job, so they just took some time to themselves. But a lot of them did go to Castleton. A lot of our cooks were in Greenwood and Castleton, and it's really helped them out because as you know, with the labor shortage, they really was excited to get that extra help the last 3 months. So now we're asking them to all come back to Fishers. So
do you think that? So I remember the old days. I say old days, back before August 8th when you shut down. You'd have to, if you had a carryout order, you had to come into the front desk, and there's a lot of commotion always going on, and there's people waiting for tables and things. You guys addressed that with this new, walk-up door. So this is to the left or to the east of the existing doors. Have you seen other restaurants do? I've just never seen a restaurant do this before. Is this kind of new, or where'd you come up with this idea to do this?
Yeah, well, I think it was one of those opportunities because that's basically the front doors of the Classic Cleaners. That's their exact old storefront. We didn't even take out a door there. We didn't have to. So we'll have an in and an outdoor. So yeah, with COVID, I think some of the things that we learned was keeping people separated is important, even during non-COVID. So having this area, for carry out to keep those folks out of the front door of the, of the normal front door, having a completely separate area, kind of checks that box as far as keeping our guests happy. They're able to come in. We'll sell some other things. We have a little Pepsi cooler over there that will sell some sodas. We'll have some in here as well. You see the hat and sweatshirt. So yeah, I just think for us, the congestion at the front door with the little bit of space that we have in the past, this will really help that out a lot.
Is there anything on your bucket list or anything on your checklist you didn't do with this remodel? And it sounds like you got your bigger kitchen you always wanted. You got your carry out door you always wanted.
Bathrooms.
You got your dream bathroom and urinals intact. That's a bucket list. So what is there anything that this thing doesn't? Because you got your patio, you already got your garage doors that open up in the spring and fall and summertime. What else could you possibly add to this to make it better? Is there anything you can think of?
No, honestly, we're so thankful to have the opportunity to even expand because, as you know, in Fishers, it's such a great place to live. There's so many businesses want to be here, and we don't have that opportunity to expand unless there's some opportunity to the east of us. So, if we don't jump on that opportunity while it's there, it could be 20 years before we can ever expand. So there's really nothing that this remodel doesn't give us that we really, really need it. It checked every box, and we're just so excited to get after it again next week.
Well, we're anxious to get you open. So is there a tentative open? Are you guys going to open next week, or when's the date for the reopening of this place?
Yeah, we have some hurdles to clear this week. We expect those to go well. And then our goal is to open on Monday, this coming up Monday at 11 a.m., which is November 15th.
Yay.
So November 15th, you guys heard it here first. They're going to try to reopen next Monday. I got a feeling you're going to get overwhelmed with people coming in there, but it is a great place. I mean, it's a great place to go for lunch. You can go there for a date night. You can go there to hear the bands. You got any bands coming in soon? What's the band lineup look like?
We couldn't be so lucky. So we open on Monday, and we have bands every Friday and Saturday. We have two amazing bands that, I booked a year ago. I didn't. So we're really lucky to have. We have a band called Country Summer, which is one of the most popular bands in the city, on Saturday night. And Friday night, I can't remember who it is, but I looked at the calendar and go, oh my God, we couldn't have been any luckier to have two great bands Friday and Saturday after we open. So.
Well, that is awesome. So the bands are coming back. The people will be coming back. They got a new stage. You got all the copper going up on top of the ceiling. You got new urinals. You got everything you could ever want now at Ale Emporium Fishers. And Tony, I'm sure it's been stressful for you. It's hard enough to run a restaurant business, but I would assume it's really difficult to be a construction manager and not have the income coming in from selling anything, right?
Sure.
We were blessed over COVID that, our guests are the best. And our employees are great. We kind of consider ourselves as a locally owned business, and our employees are so important to us. And our guests in this community, since we've opened 3.5 years ago, have been so kind to us. And so it's really, for us, it's a way of saying thank you for everyone's support since we've opened through COVID. Our guests were just fantastic. So, it's an opportunity for everyone to enjoy, and we're so anxious to let people in next Monday to see everything that we've done. And, we think everyone's really going to enjoy it.
So the band is My Yellow Rickshaw that's coming out Friday night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a big time band.
Any changes to the menu, Tony?
Not really. The menu's pretty much the same. The only thing we changed is there's a couple of things that this store does a little differently on the menu than the other two, and they're minor changes like soup of the day and things like that. But the menus pretty much mirror each other for the most part. Our goal is to every January or December leading into a new year, we always look to add some new items. So probably our next menu reprint, which will probably be first quarter 2022, we'll have some new items on the menu then.
I expect the prices to be much higher too, because you got to pay for this remodel, right? I mean, everything's going up, right? Who's going to doubt a cheeseburger's worth $12 or not? You're going to charge it anyway, right? Tell me, you got to pay for this somehow.
Yeah, no, no, that's funny.
You don't have to answer that question, by the way. Everybody's prices are going up.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, no, everything, we're, like I said, we're blessed, and we like to think that when you come here, very few people leave here without a to-go box, so I think that's a good thing.
Yes.
That's great. Well, that's Tony Kwiatkowski with Ale Emporium Fishers. Tony, can't wait to see you reopened again. We'll come out there and take some photos and make ourselves at home next week and get that place reacquainted with all the locals here in Fishers. Thanks again for coming on, and best of luck to you, Tone.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Tony, he's a great guy. It's such a great restaurant. It became kind of Castler's used to be there. It was a restaurant called Castler's, and they were great. It was a great family-owned business. The Fonseca family owned that, and they did a great job with it. But Tony kind of took it a couple of notches higher now. He's really amped it up, and I think.
And he's just built a great business. I remember when I moved here, that was one of the first things. It was like, you got to have Ale Emporium pizza. You got to go to Ale Emporium, and to see it grow as much as it is, and him be able to do what he's doing right now to expand in Fishers. I'm just really happy for him.
Yeah. So you got the Parks Place Pub, which is here in downtown Fishers. They're open till like 2. And now you've got Ale Emporium opening back up on the east side of Fishers at Oleo and 116. So
party
we've
time.
got a couple good anchor tenants for sports bars here in Fishers.
Nice.
If you can't find a place to watch a game, it's your own fault, right?
That's right.
It's your own fault. Just get your phone out and just look it up. So Tony, you got big plans. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving this year? Well, I don't know if we're going to do a show before then, but what's your Thanksgiving plans look like?
I'm not exactly sure. I might need to come to your house, Tom.
Come on over. Yeah, we'll have you.
We had Thanksgiving with the in-laws this past Saturday because they are traveling. And my sisters that are here have plans already. So, and I am the person who, if I go my entire life without hosting Thanksgiving, I am really happy with that. I have no desire to make that meal. Like, it's too much pressure. Like, it's too much work.
You're a Thanksgiving crasher then. Is that what you are?
Yes. I show up with the cheese and sausage and crackers to snack on while we wait for the meal. Well, that's about all I want to do. So
we're working on that as well, our Thanksgiving plans. But we've got a busy kind of next 30 days are going to be really crazy. We're moving software platforms. So we're training our own selves. We're training our new people. We're training all of our franchisees coming into town right after Thanksgiving. Wow. So a lot of training going on around here next month or so. And then just on top of that, the holidays, which we're trying to get ahead of. We already started Christmas shopping, and we're trying to get things now. So when Thanksgiving hits, we're kind of done.
Yes.
We're a little bit worried about the container ships making it here or Amazon Prime finding our house before Christmas. So
yes, definitely.
It's that time of year.
We're working on that too. And my husband has a rule that I can't put any of the Christmas stuff out until after Thanksgiving.
That's a good rule.
Since we had Thanksgiving last Saturday, I've started putting Christmas stuff little things here and there. I'm like, you can't argue with this. We already had Thanksgiving was last week.
Yes. Yeah. The date was already put. The rule's already been made. You're just following the rule.
I'm following the rules.
Exactly.
That's who I am. I'm a rule follower.
You sound like my wife. Anyway, well, listen, have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks to Rodney from SprayNet. Thank you, Tony from Ale Emporium Fishers, and for QB Darla. Sorry she couldn't make us today. She had another appointment, but hopefully her little fundraiser on Thursday at the Parks Place Pub from 8 to 10, I think it is. With what's the guy's name? Cowboy
J.
Cowboy J.
I remember because I'm like, maybe I could be Cowboy KJ. And we can,
Let's work on our street names a little bit later. We'll come up with street names. And next time we'll log in, instead of our names at the bottom, we'll put our street names in there. So just to confuse people.
Totally.
All right, KJ. Well, have a great week. Everybody else, have a great week. And just stay tuned. If you just follow our Facebook page for Fishers Magazine, you'll be notified when we go live. You can watch us every time live. We're on demand as you may be watching it now. Guys, until then, have a great week.